This is Steve McCutchan, author of Streams of Living Water, a devotional on each of the passages of the lectionary. And I want to talk to you about the gospel lesson for the next Sunday, February 11th. It is the story of the Transfiguration, and we are very familiar with that story, but sometimes we get too familiar and forget the rich symbolism that is there. The Gospel of Mark, which tells this story, says it happened after 6 days. We might think that was just chronology, but maybe there's an echo of the creation story. After 6 days, God rested. Here with Jesus, we are having a new beginning, a Sabbath between the old creation and the new creation. And then look further at the symbolism there. They went to a high mountain. Traditionally, that's the idea of getting away from civilization and up towards or closer to God. And then we have the two figures, the law, Moses, and Elijah, the prophets. So the Moses and Elijah, the law and the prophet, are speaking to Jesus. We find the fulfillment of all our rich tradition in this person, Jesus. But now here's something else, which sometimes people don't realize. Right after that experience, Peter and James and John were there, and Peter said, "Oh Lord, it's good we're here. Let's make 3 booths, one for Moses, one for Elijah, and one for you." And most commentators criticized Peter for that, as if he wanted to freeze the experience up on top of the mountain. But I want to suggest an alternative. Consider the possibility that what Peter was doing was offering hospitality for the law and the prophet as it's fulfilled in Jesus. We know that when Abraham met the strangers and he offered hospitality, God spoke. What happens here in the story? After Peter spoke, immediately God comes. When we make space, God comes and speaks to us and tells us, in this case, to listen to Jesus because he was God's beloved Son. It would be good for us as pastors to invite our people here in this story of Transfiguration to make space that we too, in the body of Christ, might be transfigured and therefore reveal God's life and God's hope for us. This is Steve McCutchan, author of Living Water.